I just decided to, I don't have jewelry today, new jewelry. I don't need any new jewelry. Come on, seriously. I do tomorrow though. Um, I grabbed a few things that I'm going to list. I just went into the closest, the closest bucket or whatever you want to call it. Tub is what you should call it, because that's what it is. That's what I should call it. I always forget what's now. So I love this bracelet. It's just a stretch, but and I always shave my right arm so that it doesn't hurt, doesn't get caught up. And I didn't shave this because I don't usually wear bracelets on this side. I hardly have any hair anymore, but the little bit I do gets pinchy. So I thought, well, let me just pull, and so it was good. I need to identify this maker's mark before I list it. It's just an M, and you've seen this before, and it's very cool, and it's got a little M hang tag. M. Who the hell is M? Who's cocky enough to just put M? It's heavy. It's cool. I might keep it if M is nobody special. And here's my little, this is what I'll take over to my photography area. And I just kind of random-ish. Now this is just on the things that either have a brand name or easy to say when you list it, like Ann Taylor, blah, blah, blah. So when you have a name. This I really love, and I would keep it, but it's a toggle, and it's a 7.5 or 8. This mofo won't stay on my wrist because it's just a nice lightweight silver tone puffy heart charm bracelet, and that's so easy to list. And then I grab some, well, okay, and then this Lucky brand, which I love. It's so cool. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to put cosplay, medallion, like, I think some of their stones are glass. I'm not going to put that though. I'll put I don't know if I'll put faux turquoise. Cosplay, statement, runway. But I think, I'm just write cosplay down because I always forget to put cosplay. Runway, statement. This is so exciting for you guys. I'm sorry. Medallion. Lucky. I'll put the rest later. I just really needed to put those words. What was I saying? And this one is this doesn't have a tag, but this was made by, I have a feeling this had a tag at one point in time because it's just too nice. And this is glass. And it's got that nice, really nice claw or closure. So I'm just going to put kind of like, I don't know what I'm going to put. But it's nice. Nice, I tell you. So I'm going to put that. Wait, what did oh, I'm putting stuff back in. Okay. And then this is just, like a cheapie. Oh, Liz Claiborne. But this one's easy because I can say Liz Claiborne, A. And fan, Cleopatra, collar, choker, necklace, gold tone. All those words. These are always easy to describe. And I have an origami owl. I forget what the theme is or if it's a one theme or not. There's music notes, horse, heart. I might open it up to bother, but I might not. I might just put those things in. So it's easy because it's a brand. And this is Trifari? No, the other one, Napier. Those are the two I always confuse. Just a vintage Napier, pearl, gold tone chain necklace. I'll put this up for like $19.99. Ow. And then I had these like door knocker earrings that I haven't had too long. And they were kind of lightweight, but they were kind of vintage. They're really cool. I put them up for $24.99, and I had the eligibility for the last couple of weeks to send an offer. And I almost did. I kept going, should I just send an offer for 20? And I'm like, well, these earrings are too cool. I'm keeping them at 25. And they sold yesterday for 25. They were just cool. And I was like, no, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to. This set is really nice. This is Ann Taylor. And I don't give a good gosh darn what her stuff goes for, I'm listing it high because it's a really nice set. Oh, look really. Oh yeah, that's just surface. It's a little wear to that though. Not wear. Well, what do you call that? But it's up by the neck. What? Fade. It's a little faded. Okay, well I might have to rethink that. But it's a matching set. I'll try to remember to take pictures of the bit of faded. And the rest is J. Crew. I figured while I'm doing J. Crew, I'll just do J. Crew. This is a very cool J. Crew bracelet. I will ask. Probably 30 or 35. And this J. Crew necklace, you don't really like it. These are leather. They're not fabric, they're leather. The blue, dark blue things. I'll probably do like $24.99. Don't know that I'll get it. Because it's not anything special. Oh, my special J. Crew, one of them that I might keep or may not. Isn't that pretty? That's a pretty one. So it's not special enough to get a lot of money, so that's why I'm keeping it. And this is just a sort of common, not the best combo of colors for people for selling. So I'll probably put 20 or 24 on that too. And last but not least is this Amaze Balls. Now this is a special J. Crew. Well, this is special. And I'm not putting it up for any less than 75, even though I sold the brulee for 50. I'm going to put it for $74.99 and people can just bite me. Not sure how to describe it. I mean, I'll put runway statement. Blue balls. I mean, seriously. I mean, at least it's J. Crew, so I've got that. Multi-ball? Multi-ball gold. I don't know. I don't know that there's a word for what's happening here. If you do, you can tell me. Or there's a bunch of balls in between the balls that are hanging. I would just say multi-ball. Ball. Blue and gold balls. Something like that. But at least it's J. Crew. How many was that? 1, 2. I was trying to get to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there's 10. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's a lot because I already listed. I took pictures of that beautiful Asian mother of pearl inlay jewelry box because I forgot I was going to list it. It's been sitting on my dresser. I love it, but I listed it for kind of high, for like $150. I paid $13, $14. And then I listed another like 3 or 4 non-jewelry items today because I'm trying to slip in some non-jewelry items because it's good for the algorithms. You don't want to just keep listing the same thing. Oh, my arm. I need to shave it. This is just interestingly nice. I don't know how long it would last because it's stretchy, but it's heavy AF. I feel like there's a little bit of tint, or no, maybe not. Maybe that's just a thing, the way it's supposed to be. That's a lot. Yeah, I'm always wearing I almost said J. Crew, the Brighton. So, it's so hot. It's 100, but it feels like 200. It's an especially hot 100. So I was going to wait until like 5 or 6 to go to the Goodwill. Because now they're staying open until 7 now. Which is nice. They were closing at 6. So I asked Ashley yesterday. And she said they're open till 7. They used to be open till 9, but I don't care about that because honestly I never went over there. Maybe 7:30, but not past 8. I'm too scared. I don't like being out in dark parking lots. I had this on earlier today, but I gotta sneeze. I've eaten a lot today for me. I actually had an appetite, so that's nice. And then I took my nausea pill that I just got last night because the nausea didn't hit till like 7. And it helped for like 2 hours, and then it kind of got nauseated again, and then I kind of felt good again. So better than not having them. I was wearing this, is why I had it out. But I'm trying, right now I brought out all things that have a name on them, I think, except for the heart bracelet. I'm going to go on Texas Gal and see if they have Just a plain M, unless you guys know. Because this is really nicely made. But I've had Lucky Brand, or I've had, who else? Not necessarily the White House Black Market, but some run-of-the-mill brands that were also really nice made. So I'm not assuming that M is somebody like fantastical, but who just puts M on their crap? Or am I just a dum-dum and you're like, yeah, you guys, that's Meryl Streep. Everybody knows that. Just kidding. You know what I mean? M, indeed. Just a big M. And it's not W, because it would be, yeah, it's M. Way to keep us in the dark. It's just nice. It's a nice thing. I like it. I'd put it on, but I can't because of this stupid. And the clasp is right there. The claw, lobster claw. Lobster? And it'd go way down. Ding, ding, dong, dong. I'll show you that. Even though you've seen it before. I probably won't keep this. I'll probably just list this now because as pretty as it is, it's a little too dainty for me. Again, because of the tattoos and everything else going on. Sorry, I'm clasping it. Oh. It's just a lovely thing. And I won't sell it cheap either. I'm going to sell it for at least 40. Because I don't know if these are considered brulee. The outside. I guess they are. So I can put brulee in the listing. These are brulee. So yes, the brulee just bring. Don't know that they made a whole lot of them with brulee. Most of the ones you see do not have it, so I'm guessing that means that the Cruzy didn't make a ton of brulee. And yeah, it's Aurora Borealis, but in J. Crew world, it's called brulee. Maybe I could Google that and say, why does J. Crew call ABs brulee? But they do, and I learned that not too long ago. But yeah, this, even though this is much more dainty and, not as substantial as something like this I might not even be able to get $10 for it in the end because it's just not special. This is minimum of 40. I won't take less than 40 because I know that it's special. And did I say I sold the St. Christopher? Have I done the video since then? Well, if I didn't, I might have told you, unless I didn't upload that video ever, that the little St. Christopher I got last week in one of the things I saw it. Might not have been last week, might have been a couple weeks ago, but I saw it in the lot, and there was 2 Christophers I got. I'm getting confused. Yes, I saw this one in the lot. No, I didn't know if it was sterling because it was just in the bag or whatever. It was sterling. So I listed it for 99 OBO, which is cheap because I sold the last one just like it for 125, and I've seen comps sold for 128, that kind of thing. So then somebody yesterday or the day before, I might have told you this part, sent an offer for 50 saying, well, if it was the big one, I'd pay 100. And I just shot her back and I said, I know what I'm doing and I know what I have, and I already sold one just like this for 125. So no, I said 75. Glad she didn't take it because it sold yesterday. I lose track. It was either yesterday or the night before morning. For 100 for my asking price. They didn't even hit. I had best offer on there. They didn't even bother. Like, boop, yes please. So yeah, try to keep your stink eye out for the big sterlings. Are valuable. You could probably get 200. I have a big non-sterling, and the one I just sold was a little sterling, and the one I sold before that was a little sterling, but I also sold a little one that wasn't sterling for like 45. So, and the enameled St. Christopher's, there's always they're always two-tone. I think almost always two-tone. Light blue, dark blue, white, light blue, etc. They have orange and then black. And in fact, the one, that stupid Goodwill order that they just canceled overnight for no reason, saying they're out of stock when they weren't even in the office, that had one of the orange Christophers. Don't know if it was silver or not, but that's why I wanted that lot. So yeah, And I don't know. It's so funny. I managed to just see them in lots. I managed to just like bing, 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 scope in on them. And yeah. So I think that's it. Ow, I must not have shaved this arm good either. This thing's a monster. So I'll look on Texas Gal, unless you guys know who M is. It's real heavy. It's not going to be cheap to ship. I told you that clown was like it was 4 pounds. Well, it was heavy. I guess 8 pounds would be like, nah. And I never weighed whatever the thing is. I was guessing on the ounces. I'm guessing 15 ounces. Yeah. 10. 8 to 15. How's that? It's heavy. And so then, if it does come out to like 12 ounces, that's cost somebody like $5-6, which is not my ideal target shipping price. I like it to be 3 to 5, depending on what it is. I mean, I don't determine that. I don't put flat rate shipping. I let USPS calculate it. But 2 to 4 ounces, I think it goes up after 4 ounces. 2 to 4 ounces is like $3 to $4. No, actually, sometimes it can only be like $2.70, but anyways, close enough. And eBay Managed Pay keeps sending me payments. I got a message yesterday or the day before that I think I already told you that. But I should, now that I said that, I didn't get a message today that I saw. And if they pay me out daily, they haven't paid me for the stuff I sold yesterday. Say, for instance, maybe not even for the day before. The 13th, I think, is when they said they paid me out for. Was the day like the 16th? Weekday, 3 days later. And I sold another $200 in the last couple days. So, send it to me. I don't need it right this minute, so it's okay. It's just a weird thing. It's just weird and like esoteric and out there, like, where's that money? How much money? When will that money be there? I like a hard and fast, solid situation. I'm not into the iffy McFiffies. Oops. I don't want to scare my cat. I don't want those bracelets off my bed. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do the M. I'm going to take pictures. I mean, it may take me 4 hours for tonight. I will take all the pictures. Then later I'll sit here and edit all the pictures because the light box are not enough unless you want a gray picture. Then you got to go on an app and edit it. And then you got to either sell one like this, which I won't do. I'll just go list your item. Do each one by one. And weirdly, sometimes eBay pre-fills out all of the shipping info. It's so random. Like it'll already pre-filled 3 ounces, first class, you're done. And other times it's completely blank and it's like fill in everything. And there's no rhyme or reason. It's just completely arbitrary. It's bizarre. So it's all big. I guess in theory taking the pictures is the fastest because editing takes a long while and listing takes a bit. I think my least favorite part is editing them. I hate it. Like, make it brighter, make it me. And then some things, like I took the jewelry box. I just took the jewelry box and then, the coasters that I showed you, the Burlwood. I put them in the light box and they looked like shit. If you got the light enough so it didn't just look all dull and dark, then it just washed it out and there was no in between. And the app is pretty good. I mean, it has pretty many choices. So I just got up this morning and put the coasters on my floor where the sunlight, natural lighting, and redid the pictures and erased all those and put the new ones up. Because the light box can really wash out. In order to get the light bright enough in the back to make it not look like just death, sometimes it washes out the whole piece, and even with jewelry. Or it makes it brighter than it is, which isn't good. It's not like, it's making it look better. No, it just makes it look washed out type of thing. So, I've already complained about the light box. I'll stop complaining about it. I actually like this. I love these. I've had them and, we've all had them. But this one feels cool. Oh, I need to put texture. Does anybody care? I don't know if people look up certain words like, well, it's only textured on the backside. Never mind, it's not textured. But things that are textured, I don't ever look up textured on eBay. My go-to searches, like for jewelry, if I'm trying to look just personal stuff, it's just always like vintage, unusual, unique. I think I've said that before. And then I always do pre-owned to get rid of like all the China and all the just common fashion shit, because vintage doesn't weed out shit. You'll still get you'll still get everything. It'll just be vintage style, which annoys the F out of me. eBay should stop that. Yes, eBay, stop it. Yes, stop it. I've got really no rings on today. Nobody cares. I really want to go out before I, get. And it's not like, oh, if you project it, then you're just asking for it or whatever. I've gone days where I haven't even thought about the shitstorm of my health that will hit. It hits. It hits no matter what I'm thinking, doing, or not doing, unfortunately. So that's why I'm a little like, although it's been hitting a little later, between 7 and 9. Well, a couple days ago it hit at 5. Anyhow, I don't know. I do have the nausea pills. You're not supposed to drive. They think they made me a little like, kind of like Imatrexy, where I was a little bit maybe sleepy, drowsy. I don't care as long as I'm not nauseated. So I'm trying, like, I could literally do this every day for, I bet, 5 years. I'm not going to do the test because I'm not going to do it, but take at least 10 items every day. It might even take me longer. I don't know. Well, I'd have to do the math. 365 days times 10, what is that? Because I have thousands of pieces. Let's just say I could do this. We'll do this. I could take this 10 items every day for a year and still have a lot to list. And I just keep buying. So I'm not nipping that in the butt. That's what people on Big Brother say. Here's the words they say, or that was a phrase: nip it in the butt, snip it in the bud. One girl says, etc., etc., instead of etc. These people are dumb. Supposedly. If you guys do that, stop doing it. It's not supposedly. There's no BBs in there. It's supposedly D's. And if English isn't your first language, then ignore me. Because English is my only language, so it's like, I never make fun of people who can't speak proper English, because it's like, I can't speak barely proper English, but I can't even speak improper any other language. So I like my stepmom, I love her. She's Filipino, and it's like, oh my God, the word she says. Well, I told you, flush, like, it's a royal flush. But it's kind of cute. Because again, second language. It's not cute when English is your first language. Not as cute. Etc., etc. Oh, there's another one. Supposedly. A lot of people do that. Pet peeve. Listen to me. Am I just bored? I am a wordsmith. I can't spell, and I'm dyslexic. I can spell a little bit, but I can't. There's certain words that my whole life, oh my God, I was trying to think, there's hundreds of them, probably thousands. When I go to type, I can't even spell them good enough for it to spell check it correctly and make it into the word. Accessibility, there's just all those C's and S's, those kind of words, I'm out. I could write it down right 100 times. The 101st time, it's wrong. Like the second I'm not looking at it, I don't know how to spell it anymore. I don't know what my point was. Oh, that my scar is itching. It's right on my back. Stupid doctor. For giving me that drain. Ooh, Sunday at 5:30 I go to get an ultrasound. Sunday at 5:30 p.m. I wonder if it's going to be like nice and dead at that time. It's never too bad there. I'm not afraid of an ultrasound, except I have to drink 24 ounces of water, supposedly, before the hour before, something like that. I've done it before, and it's a shit show. Because the whole reason I'm going to you is because I'm peeing every like half hour to 45. Like I have to pee right now, and I peed before we started, so I'm just holding it. But, and however, I'm not going to be able to hold even 16 ounces. I've cheated it before, and the test still was okay. Like they were still able to see. I think I've had a million ultrasounds. Usually, I think I'm more so for my ovaries, maybe a couple times for my kidneys. Anyways, they're painless, other than you're in pain because you got to pee so bad. And they're like, no, just hold it, hold it. Okay. If I go to the Goodwill and get anything, you'll be the first to know. Kristen, have you uploaded a video? I feel like, am I missing it? I feel like I haven't seen you upload a video in like 4 days. You okay, girl? What's happening? Is that bitch at work getting to you? I'll come. Sucks to have to work with people. Am I right? I didn't do it a whole lot, except when I was a waitress. I mean, I've done workplace situations, but at like the lingerie store in LA, it was like me and 2 ladies at one time. I didn't have to do a whole situation of it, except for waitressing. I didn't have a lot of. Then I worked at a record company, and it's technically an office job, but I was always up front. I was a receptionist. And the only people that like kind of got on my nerves were the rockers. The like Poison was a band, Striper, mini bands. A band called the Booyah Tribe. They were always really cool. They weighed so much the whole building shook when they came in. I'm not kidding. They're Hawaiian. Cool. Good band. Booyah Tribe. You can look it up. Huge. Huge. And there would be like 10 of them. Literally, like, oh my God. It was kind of fun. I'm trying to think of who else. People, because the rocker guys, was a young, hot piece of ass back in the day. And so they would all come and flirt with me and just like sit, because, it was a huge, it's a record company. Big, huge reception desk area. So they could just plop down and it's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm not doing you. That's what I'm not doing. I can't think of, and then River Phoenix. He didn't come in. But I was on the phone with him one night. Oh my God. Bless his heart. Do you know who River Phoenix is? Bless his heart. I didn't know that he was maybe like a total stoner at that time. This would have been like I'm not sure. Don't quote me. I think around late 80s. 1990, maybe. 88. Somewhere in there. And he called me because I guess, I knew then, I guess, that I didn't know when he was calling me. But after I knew that he was doing an R&D deal, or just a A&R with the gal that was the A&R rep, Kim Bowie. And she was like, what do you call it? Like, not mentoring, but kind of. Even though she was an A&R exec, is it called R&D? I think that's something else. R&D? Right? Not research and development. Something in development deal, which isn't like a real record deal. Because, even though he, I guess, was, he was already a movie star, by then, he wasn't known for his music, and he wasn't, whatever. So he called me one night, and I say night because it was almost, it's not 9 to 5 there. So it was probably like 6:30. And Kim had long since gone, and her assistant, Lori, had gone. So nobody was there. So he calls, and he talks to me, and, I'm like the vanguard. Is that the word? Speaking of wordsmith. Not the vanguard. I don't nobody gets past me on the phone. Like, I was known. I later dated a musician who said me and the gal at Virgin Records, the receptionist, were the 2, like, steel doors, like, we're not getting through. The musicians that are trying to, like, hustle their tapes, and, oh, can I talk to this, and blah, 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 that. So I got that all day, every day, just to preface the thing with Little River. So all day, every day, I'm getting people trying to hustle. There's a word. Besides hustle. They're tapes. Back then, they were still tapes. This was Island Records. I worked at Capitol before. This is Island. and what's this word? It bugs me. Solicit their material for their bands or for their shows or for their gigs. Like, here's flyers. And by the way, yes, I was in a band at the time, but that's neither here nor there. So when River calls, I don't previously know that he's got that. Wish I could think of the name of the deal, but whatever. With Kim, the A&R girl, and I don't even remember exactly, but he called and he was like, I thought he was like just some weird stoner guy. Like, what the? He never got to the point. Like, he kind of said, "Oh, hey, is Kim around?" I'm like, Kim? Like, there was only one Kim, but still. And this just went on for a good 5 minutes. And then at the very end of the call, after me just thinking, oh, what the? But he was nice and he seemed kind of pathetic. So I didn't just, I just, okay. And he finally just said, well, this is River Phoenix. I'm like, bro, could you have said that an hour ago? Can seriously? And I wasn't mean to him. I was just kind of like stupefied. Like, what's happening? What does this guy want? I mean, he sounded so stoned. And just like, he didn't really have the vocal fry, but you know what I mean, rah. So we finally, and then I gave him her cell number, which, I would never, only was able to give that to, like, a handful of people in the world. Or her home number. I don't even know if we had cells at that time. Although my boss in his car had a cell phone, but I think it was one of those Gigantors. And I didn't get my first cell phone until 1995 or 6. So it might have been her home number. But or I took his, I don't know, something happened and we made it all good. And the only other people that I distinctly remember, I used to think Gene Simmons was a big asshole. Years later, fast forward almost 20, probably 20 years, and his reality show was on, and I kind of got him more. But when he used to call, and he called all the time because he too worked with Kim Bowie. I don't know what it was about this Kim. I mean, I knew her well. She was just like the skinny little hippie chick, like long straight hair, no makeup, no nothing. Anyways, every time he'd call, it was Gene for Kim. I don't know. There was just something, and he would say more. I don't know. I just thought he was an arrogant prick, to be honest. You know what I mean? But then, again, fast forward, and I see who he is, and he seems actually like a decent dude that might have just, let his weenie go astray quite a bit, but like a decent human being. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't see him as that. How did we get off on that tangent? Oh my God. I don't even know where that came from. I don't know what I was talking about that I would get to when I worked at the record company. I talked to River Phoenix and he was a stoner. Got a lot of those stories. I don't know why I just told that one. They just come up in my head. I free associate. And even if I was to watch this back before I started the rant or the tangent, I probably wouldn't be able to know where I was going. So I apologize if you're still here. I know I was talking about Kristen. Where you been, Kristen? I beat her up, and then I haven't beat anybody up. I've only been in a couple of fist fights that I didn't start. One, real young, and then one when I was 18 or 19 or something. Also didn't start. Because, it's a little bit low class, right? Am I right? It's low class when men do it. It's just not sexy. I don't find it sexy. I don't want some guy to brawl for me. And my husband's a fairly beta. He is not home. Well, I'm about to talk shit on him. No, but like if he's like, he is a man. He's a man. But he's super in touch with his feminine side. And not visually. Not at all visually. No. But he's very sensitive. Like a chick. Sometimes I feel like, am I in a relationship with a lesbian with a wiener? What's happening here? But he doesn't chat like a girl would. So, no. But my goodness, you hear like if he does the time, like if he pricks his finger, he's like, ow, oh, okay. Tell me if your men do that. I mean, I know men are babies when it comes to getting sick and all that. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about he is like if I hurt myself, like you bang your hand, you do something like that, I might go down for a minute, like the one that like stars, and I'll just be like, oh my god, oh my god, and then I'm done. But I don't cry out like, ow, oh, ow. And my dad wasn't like that. My dad could be, he literally was going through chemo. You never knew it. And I'm not saying that that's good or bad, but it's a little bad for me because of the way I saw my dad be and still do. Like my dad would hammer his finger oh, look at that, Gina. Literally, he would do that, like all black already. And it's not a matter of having a high threshold for pain or anything like that. It's just a matter of not reacting. Like our neighbor is real close, and one time Eric stubbed his toe or something, and my neighbor, while Eric was just like almost crying like a my neighbor's just looking at me like we're looking at each other and like my neighbor also lost a finger, so you know what I mean. Anyways, I don't mean to talk shit on my husband. I just want to know that's the one thing that drives me absolutely. It's just an eye roller every time. Like, shut the fuck up, man up, grow a pair, you name it, please do it. So you can tell me if the men in your life have any cojones, or just a little, Okay, I'll stop. It happens almost daily. He does something almost daily where he's like, ow, shit, damn it, ow. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry I put you through this. I feel like I need to apologize. Maybe next time I'll have a better story. Maybe next time I won't have a story and I'll just have jewelry. I don't even feel like what am I going to call this video? Here's the stuff I'm going to list, plus listen to me talk for another 40 minutes after that. Well, it's only been 37, so there was at least 10 or 15 of that, right? Okay, I'll go. It's only 3:30. I am not going to GW yet. I went out there to take my packages out to ship. It's so weird. It feels as hot today as it was when it was 115. And the day before and the day before, it was like it was close to 100, but it was nice. I mean, it was totally tolerable. It was like I went, to Kaiser and all that yesterday. I was like, oh, this is bad. So I don't know. I don't know how 99 to 100, because it was 99 or 98 yesterday. Anyway, you don't care. Have I ever showed you this? I'm going to show you this picture. I might have showed you on another video. This is a I don't care situation on your part. Yeah, I think I have in one of the walk around videos. See that? The man and the woman. I think that was Keith Richards' wife or girlfriend. But anyhow, she was a model. And I've had this almost since I met Eric, my husband. And I just feel superstitious. We've had it above our bed in every place, and we moved to 4 different apartments till we got here. So we've moved. And and for the first, because when his son, who I consider my son, not in the way that he's got a mom, but you know what I mean, I love him. He was 2. So until he was about 6, he thought that was me and his dad. Which, that would have been, he's 18, so, yeah. I looked a hell of a lot younger, even 10 years ago, people. So, 15 years ago, yeah. I looked like a baby. Seriously, when I was 43, I looked like I was 28, maybe. They say Capricorns age in reverse because they look very old when they're young and young when they're old. I'm just saying. I mean, now I feel like I look every day my age, every minute my age, but it didn't turn until a few years ago. I didn't. Okay, I'm going for real. I'm so sorry to keep you. I hope you guys are all good.
Okay, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to check YouTube and see.